The college football experience, week 12, Bombs Down Under episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. You get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football and college hoops and the NFL with Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm.
This is Dan Hawkins. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Week 12, Bombs Down Under. Yes. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hop on over there as the playoff race is heating up. There's already been tons of shit talk from fan bases online. It's been fantastic. So what better episode to listen to than us taking you to Bangladesh to talk live dogs, who's going to get their playoff chances ruined, or what lines are just completely fucking off. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Kobe Swigga Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink, and I don't have stress, and I'm healthy.
Shout out to the chat. Hoosier stands in there. He's having a hell of a good year. He's walking around town with a pep in his step, feeling like Signetti. Walking into sandwich places, saying your sandwich is bullshit. All right? Just like Signetti said Purdue is bullshit. Ohio State, bullshit. Michigan, bullshit. And shout out to David Matola. Anyone in here drinking? So it's a great comment there. Virgil just trying to get trying his best to get shit-faced by the end of the Redskin game. Or no, by the time the Redskins game starts.
Kicked off. Well, he was in my Bombs chat room, so I bet he's all the way there. I think he's gonna have no problem getting shit-faced by kickoff.
God bless America. Let's go. I am joined by the bomber man himself. All right. He is the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which you should be subscribed to. He's also the host of the UFL gambling podcast, which is really why you're here. Give it up for the bet detective, a.k.a. TJ Sullivan. How are you, buddy?
Great. I was just thinking for the college show, I should be Bomby Bowden, maybe.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
That's a solid one.
I like that.
Yeah. And we'll be dropping some Bombenheimers for today. Great to be back. I'm in the side room here. They kicked to the main guys, of course, Sean Kramer. They got some cha-cha-cha wine and cheese call-in show. But I'm here in the side room there. I feel dressed up compared to your room. I know you moved out there, but you got some bare walls back there. What's going on here? I see a crib back there. What's the situation?
The situation is still not my house.
Okay. Down in Myrtle Beach?
No, I'm out there. I'm in North Carolina. I'm at my folks' house.
Okay.
Having some problems. It's a little slower over here. I'll tell you that right now. All right.
We're gonna dial up. How we doing? We're gonna be.
It's a little slower over here when you call to get internet. They might just never call you back ever again, and then you call again, and they might just never call you back ever again. So having some issues. If anybody knows.
It's an Earl address down there. I told her.
I'm trying to get fiber optics, and apparently that's like maybe the hardest thing to do in North Carolina, perhaps, besides decide what bathroom to go in.
Kind of fucking city folk are you coming in here and your goddamn Yankee Doodle dandy top chat? I'm sure you get slapped right there in the mouth.
One of my favorite things is I've had the guys come out. So they came out to set up the internet. They put in this box in my yard. And then I guess it's a different department that comes and sets up the internet. So then this other guy comes and brings this wire all the way to my house, goes underneath the house. And then he tells me, no, they haven't set up the conduit yet. So I said, perfect.
Yeah.
This is like 2 weeks ago. I said, so when are they coming to do that? And he goes, well, I don't know. Right. And I go, well, what he says, he's like, it's a different department, but it's same company, different department. And I go, okay, can you find out a time? Right. And he goes, yeah, I'll find out a time. And he goes, I got to head out to the next job. And I was like, here, take down my cell number. Can you just let me know when they'll be here? Still has yet to, that was like 14 days ago. But what I did do was call old Dominic. All right. And Dominic a couple of days ago promised that he would call me back later in the day and the next day, which he has still yet to do. So then I talked to, I think it was Tondi was their name. And Tondi 2 days ago said that they would figure this out. And they're even going to start a ticket to get to the bottom of this. And they said they'd call me back yesterday and they never did. So today it was Hank that I had called and complained about. And Hank told me, I understand it. They're just not answering over there on the on that side. So, folks, if you happen to see me drive a dump truck through something and I'm on the news, it's pretty ridiculous over here. And yeah, I'm just saying, I'm a race car. I'm at a red. All right, Pulp Fiction style. All right. What do you think I should do here? Like, I mean, at what point? Here's the tough thing. There's no competitor that has fiber optics. So I'm kind of up shit's creek. It's like, if I want fiber optics, I'm stuck with this. And they're just, I'm trying to give them money. Just a little slower down here in North Carolina.
That's a different lifestyle. You can't start implementing your big city ways up there. They don't like that kind of slick talk. You know what I mean? Your goddamn fibers and all your optics and all that. And tell you to fucking go to hell. You know, what I would recommend not rocking the boat and you fucking getting out.
Wait it out. Go keep going to mom and dad's. Don't come in there talking around. They see your California license plate. They'll figure out a way to take you out. All right.
Yes. I mean, the internet's not a right. You know what I mean? Rural countries, sometimes we don't need your goddamn sinning internet. The sinnernet is what we call it.
I told the guy today, I told old Hank, I said, what would you do if you were me? What would you do if no one's told you anything for 2 weeks and I want to give you money? He said, I understand your problem, sir. I'm gonna call you back in a couple hours. Has he called me back? Not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. So he understood my problem. He said, guess what? It's going to keep being a problem. All right.
I'd take that money. I'd take that money you want to give to us. I'd go down to a general store, get yourself some Boone's Farm, and have yourself a night.
Oh, God. Look, hopefully my bets go better than the North Carolina internet situation. We got some fire plays, and it starts right now. And by the way, I can't believe you're having me. This is how important the Bombs episode is to me. That East Carolina Pirates are about to be on television.
They're about to roll. Like in there, right? They're
not even going to sweat.
Good number,
Tulsa,
bad
Oklahoma.
number. They're going to win by 28.
Go back. I mean, what is Tulsa good for, right? Making Rumblefish, The Outsiders. Fucking Tom Cruise, Brat Pack bullshit. You know what I mean? Get out of here. Where you at with the Brat Pack? You a Rob Lowe guy?
I love Rob Lowe. Now he's into the Atkins diet. He's sponsorship for that. I'm not even sure if he knows he's doing those commercials. They just tossed him in the room, gave him an 8-ball of Coke and said, there you go. Talk about these milkshakes for a little bit, Robbie. I love the Brat Pack. The documentary that just came out on him. Rob Lowe is out here cheering with the Dodgers. He's on the mound hugging Shohei. Ohtani's looking at him like, who the fuck are you, Rob? Look out, the Brat Pack documentary. You got Apple TV?
minus 10 million that Ohtani has any idea who the Brat Pack is.
Right.
Yeah, my Pirates are gonna roll. How about tomorrow? These pesky UCLA Bruins
Yes.
getting Deshaun Foster. It turns out that whole time that he delivered a fire joke of we're in Los Angeles.
I know, right?
and he knew what he was doing the entire time.
Yeah.
Any chance you're going to take a little nibble on that plus 155?
Oh, I love UCLA here. UCLA's better than USC. They're the team to fucking check out here. I mean, they're exactly who. They started out terrible. They've gotten slowly better. That's what I like about them. They've gotten slowly better and better. And they're both middle of the road takes, but one's going one way, one's going the other. You know what I mean? I get why Washington's favored, but 4 points is too many. First of all, yeah. They're both fighting to become bowl eligible. Ethan Garbers, they just beat Iowa for crying out loud. And Garbers, he looked good. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Iowa's got a good defense. Washington defense is obviously nowhere near up to Iowa's ranking,
What do you think I should do here? Because I have a UCLA under 4.5 wins.
Okay. UCLA under 4.5, and they're at 4 right now?
Yeah. So I'm in this spot where do I double down? I actually think UCLA is better than Washington right now.
Yeah, I do too.
So do I just go heavy on them to cover the 4 and hope that I, in a way kind of hedge?
I think you wait for that internet to come, just like you put that, cram that up your ass, because they're both lost causes. UCLA. There's ways around it. Who's UCLA got left after Washington?
They got USC and they got Fresno State. I'm fucked, right?
Yeah, you're fucked. They're winning this week at Washington. I like UCLA a lot here.
Yeah, let's jump on that plus 155. You got the Battle of the Boot going on Friday night too. NC Nick, my brother there, he likes those Wyoming Cowboys. He knows the animosity between these two fan bases.
Yeah, I don't, but okay.
I'm on Colorado State, but my brother, I'll tell you this, it is legit animosity though. Like you go up there. Mm-hmm. I went to both these cities, and they kept saying, shout out to the Wyoming fans out there that met up with us, but they're like, yeah, we don't really care. Like I thought maybe some other rivalries would matter more, like Utah State. Yeah, they're like Colorado State, those filthy scumbags. At first, it's like 45 minutes away. It's 45 minutes away, so like they really, they look down on the Wyoming folk. Let me tell you. It's like me coming into North Carolina over there, right? I think Colorado State. You see this Colorado State might play for the Mountain West Championship. We were on them preseason. Were we not? Were we not?
We were on them preseason. We'll definitely tip our cap for that one. But yeah, they've had an abysmal beginning this season. But they're coming on hard. I think they're gonna crush Wyoming. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna let out a lot of anger into that. They're drifting towards. They're going in the right direction as well. But yeah, we were all over them preseason. They were not good. But now, okay, yeah, I'm certainly not back in Wyoming. That's crazy.
Yeah. Short little yapper. I like Houston to beat Arizona.
I was just gonna say that's a yapper. I kind of like, as much as I like UCLA, I like Houston. I think Houston should be favored in this game. I think the only reason why Arizona is favored is because it's at Arizona, and who cares?
Basketball season started, buddy.
Right, basketball season started. They're doing jello shots. They don't even know what the fuck's going on.
David Matola in the chat who said, anyone else drinking here? He's a Wildcat fan, as you see by his default photo there. And he's already saying, get this Brendan bullshit out of here. David, any chance you're going to the ball game tomorrow night? How many people are going to be at that game tomorrow, David?
Yeah, that's what we need. We need boots on the ground there. What's going on there? But Houston, speaking of which, Houston's off a bye, right?
They are, and Willie Fritz, he knows what he's doing over there. They've won 2 straight, including my big-time bomb detonation, 12.5, 13-point dogs against Kansas State, winning outright like old Pick Dundee gave you.
Sure did. Zion Chris rallied him up.
I'm buying into this Willie Fritz guy.
Absolutely. And Arizona's just getting fucking blown out every time I check their score. They've lost 5 in a row now, and 3 of them were just absolute massacres. It is definitely a different level of class of opponent. They're stepping down, but I wouldn't want to play Houston right now. They're on fire.
Oh yeah. Let's switch paces into Saturday, but before I do that, I want to let the good folks know that you're listening to the College Football Experience, Bombs Down Under. And if you haven't downloaded the SGPN app, you're missing out. The SGPN app gives you access to all the podcasts on the network. You want to know about the bombs down under podcast? You want to know about the old NASCAR game, all that stuff. All right. And the picks page is all in one spot, one convenient place, the SGPN app, folks. Plus, like all of our other content, the app is completely free. We're not trying to get money. We're not trying to, what are we doing here? Type in SGPN in the app store, to download it today. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride. Saturday morning, we got some glory, I think, here. And it starts with these flaming libs, the Liberty Flames, heading into the McGurk in UMass in a game nobody wants on the schedule. I mean, any chance you're taking? I know UMass is dog shit, but they are. I do see a plus 450 money line.
Yep, they're not the same. They're not the same dog shit they used to be, but they're still dog shit. You keep trying. You keep trying to peddle this UMass to me.
Well, the reason why I do, the reason why I do is the Flaming Libs did lose to Kennesaw State as a 27.5 point favorite just a couple weeks ago.
That was amazing. Great moment for this country.
They did so good they fired the head coach a couple weeks after that. Kennesaw State, what the hell are they doing? It doesn't seem like you're interested in these Minutemen.
No, I'm not. You can talk me into the plus 14 for sure. I mean, this Liberty team is kind of what does really Liberty? What does Liberty have?
What are they playing for? Yeah, nothing, right? Jamie Chadwell to shave his mullet. Texas. This is the one that I'm on. I'm just letting you know. You knew I was going to be on this.
I knew you'd be on this. I love it too, though. Bombenheimer. This line was 16 before.
Get the hell out of here! You got Sam Pulled Pork Pittman, who is already 1-0.
Yeah,
against Steve Sarkisian there, only guy in the in the history of the world that gets fired for missing work. He doesn't show up to practice, and then he sues the university. It's your fault. You guys fired me.
Yeah,
you gave me those martinis last night on my company card. Right? The nerve. Right. But then you got someone that will always drink a martini and throw them back. Bobby Petrino, road rash face, and this Arkansas offense has been flying around with him. There's a old Southwest Conference rivalry. There ain't a chance. Texas played absolutely no one on their fucking schedule, but yet I love that angle. You listen to this dumbass, playoff show on Tuesday, which I don't even watch. I just see the clips on Twitter. Yeah, SMU hasn't played much competition. That's why they're that far back. Well, who has Texas played? The best.
Who has Texas played? I don't understand what people are talking about when they're talking about Texas. I mean, their resume, is no better than SMU's. But
SMU's is better.
Right.
Better.
Yeah, it is better, right? And SMU's out of the playoff picture right now. That's what, well, not to talk about that shit, but I mean, this is ridiculous. Texas is beating nobody. This is crazy.
It's the old politics,
It is the old politics.
Old Ted Cruz. I don't even know where he went, but I got a feeling he's phoning it in.
Yeah. And this is a great rivalry. I can definitely see Arkansas getting this game.
Plus 380, I'm seeing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the line's down to 12.5. I already got him plus 14, but it's going to keep crashing. I mean, I can see this thing ticking up.
Lock it up. Lock it up. Shout out to that one Aggie fan. I know he's on board with us, assuming he's a Texas A&M Aggie fan and not UC Davis. Or Utah State. Love that play. And they will storm if that happens, by the way.
Oh, yeah. They're storming for sure.
They got that Tyson chicken money.
They're shooting feral hogs out there. They're fucking laying level helicopter laying into it. I love that. Great early morning schooling for sure. Now, wait a minute. All right, let's skip ahead now. The next one with another Bombenheimer. This is a game. I know I'm going after your Buffs here. And I love Prime and love all of them, but this is a huge number they're laying to a Utah team, which has got to be a little salty after the Holy War last week, how things were turning out. If they grind it out, if they start working the line, Colorado, they don't like when the paint job gets scratched. You know what I mean? They don't like.
I can tell you what else.
They don't like that muck and grinding, if you will. This is a noon kickoff. They're not used to that either.
10 a.m. over there. 10 a.m. over there for them.
That's crazy what they do to this team. It's
what are
hilarious.
they doing?
And we all know what they do the night before. So they some of them, and then they might have a little trouble with tardiness, if you know what I mean. So
100% with the herbal essence. Now they got the mushrooms. They got the mushrooms just going off there. I mean, look, I'm a Buff fan, but I'm telling you, Utah's going to cover this because you know why? Utah, I think, can bang with them on line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm saying. They bang on the line of scrimmage. Colorado wants no parts of a game like that. Now, granted, they don't have a quarterback. That's a problem. But at the same time, they can grind it out with them. And if they make it an ugly game, Colorado might be in trouble.
Yeah, Colorado's going to win this thing 28-24. Utah, there's no, money line's not a crazy play because I do think the line of scrimmage could be a factor there. You know me, I love games at the historic places that have had a history with college football. That's why I cannot wait. I'm so excited for that Army Notre Dame game next week at Yankee Stadium.
Yankee Stadium, yeah.
Because you go back through the history and you see all the games that were played at Yankee Stadium that were gigantic games in the history of college football. And I think it's great that we're going to have just a gigantic game. We haven't had a gigantic game at Yankee Stadium in a long time. This is another historic venue. However, the line is 29 points. Ohio State, Northwestern at Wrigley.
At Wrigley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any chance you're going to take the bait with your you lived in Chicago a long time.
Yeah, I lived by Wrigley, by those Shrek fuckers. And I love that stadium they had on the lake this year. I wish they would keep it there. This used to be my favorite game of the year. Ohio State would come to town because Evans up there in beautiful Evanston. They think they're Ivy League up there, and then but they're
big flying squirrels.
Yeah, they're flying squirrels, and then Ohio State fans come in there and they show you what Big Ten's all about. They're puking in your shrubbery. They're raping, they're shit kicking, they're fucking beer bonging. You know what I mean? And then they come and beat you by 50, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. This game by 50.
Didn't Dahmer go to Ohio State? I think he did. I think he did.
He'd be one of the better people to come out of Ohio State.
I think he dropped out though. I think he dropped out. He was
couldn't get a good meal plan there. Huh?
He was appalled by their their tactics. No, so you're not taking this 29 in Northwestern. I'm trying to feed you your hometown team for a little bit.
No, and I'm fine with taking the points there if you want to take the points. It's nothing I don't want to sweat or be a part of because Ohio State, they like to start flexing their muscles in these games, and they get a big turnout. I mean, it'll be like a home game on this.
It will be
field, for sure. I mean,
everyone taking photos with the fucking Ernie Banks statue.
Yeah, Ernie Banks statue on the Harry Carey shit, and that whole area is just a goddamn shit show.
They're going, what's that place where you go get a hot dog and this woman's just talking shit about you the whole time?
A Wiener Circle, yeah.
Yeah, I got to go to the Wiener Circle. Put it in a little.
Yeah, for a chocolate shake and they flash you and they show their big old black titty.
There you go.
Big old
little secret of the pros.
Yeah, a little hack if you're at the Wiener Circle. You got to tip them $20, but you got to get a little fun show.
Next up,
at the Wiener Circle.
You could. Well, let me just see about. Yeah, still questionable. Clemson's never won at Pitt.
You're like fighting our doozies.
They're just we're to follow around your life. Where were you at pre-Chicago? You were living in Pittsburgh, weren't you? Huh?
Yeah, you're right. I went to Duquesne, Pitt, right down the street, and I know that. Yeah, Pitt's no fun place to play. Clemson's no fun place to play either. Yeah, I don't know if I can go with Pitt here. I like the under in this game, by the way, but I don't see how they're going to score. I'm
going to get a weather check real quick. You think it's going to be cold?
It'll be it'll be Pittsburghy weather, which is not exactly cold. It's hard to describe it. Just Pittsburghy, kind of
high of 55. It's not bad. The big thing is whether Eli Holstein, the Alabama transfer at the quarterback spot, plays. Also, Kenyatta Mumfield, one of their better wideouts, is questionable too. The line went up 1.5 points, which almost makes me think they expect he's not going to play.
Yeah, I don't think he is going to play, but
it's a huge game though for the conference.
It's a huge game for the conference. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I prefer Clemson, but yeah, what's this line at now? 9.5.
I'm seeing 11.5.
11.5. Well, that's a lot of points, but I'm
Where
also
are you seeing 9.5?
I'm also looking at the downfall of Pitt coming for sure. I mean, this is what we predicted. This was going to start coming, and I think it's going to start coming in a hurry. And let me take a look here. Now, I'm sure it is 11.5.
Now, Pitt's historically fucked with Clemson, not only here, just in general. You remember that year they won it with Deshaun Watson? Their one loss was Pitt at Clemson with James Conner and company.
But yeah, okay. So traditionally, I could go with Pitt, but I don't know. Clemson's on a mission since they got blown up by Georgia, and then they already got their second shitty loss to Louisville, and then I don't know.
Dabo Swinney, you don't like fading Dabo Swinney. I'm going to take the points though.
All right, take the points. No problem.
But you can't commit to the money line unless you know Holstein's playing. To me, because that drop off is big.
I'll stay in the state of of Illinois if we can move real quick. I got a little yapper I like there, and that's Sparty, Michigan State. You're on the other side of this one?
I am, but I am terrified. I thought the line stunk a little bit. You?
The line is definitely fishy. Michigan State's off a bye. I mean, all the alarms are up on this one. I like Sparty to win this one outright.
See, I already bet this, but in my head I was thinking about this as I was sitting on hold with those bastards, with those internet bastards.
Yeah.
Put me on hold for fucking hours, sitting there listening to dumbass music. I'm thinking about this. I was like, wouldn't this line be like 5.5 or 6?
All right.
Why is it 2.5? You might be on the right side of this, my friend, but I can't. I've already bet on the Illini and Brett Bielema.
Can't get out of your position now. Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's a great spot for Sparty.
Got a few others I want to ask you, but before I do that, I want to let the folks know that the Bombs Down Under is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Yes, SGPN started out with MyBookie.ag. I still got 30 of their T-shirts they sent me. And now we're back, so I look forward to 30 more T-shirts. Let's go. Check out their new and improved website. It's great on mobile, unlike North Carolina. Plus, there's props for every game, and the live dealer casino is always great. I mean, how great is that? Mm-hmm. Even they got early cash out options that are just a bundle of fun. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip to get you started the right way. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back. All right, you got another one there? I mean, your Michigan State one probably going to hit, but that's a true yapper.
Let's go bigger.
I was thinking, what are your thoughts on the green wave of Tulane coming into Annapolis, sellout crowd? You know, you're walking down there. And I feel like Navy got them the last time they played, 27-24. Why can't they? Well, you go into everyone there in a uniform. It's an intimidating place. Fucking Roger Staubach might be there. You know. Downtown Annapolis, great drunkenness. You know what I mean? Like it's just
absolutely. And you're right, revenge angle, and they got the talent to do this. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't pull this off for sure. I like what you're saying here. What's that line? 7 now?
Yeah, plus 225 with that money line. But you seem to be more of an Army guy, if I'm telling the truth here.
I'm definitely an Army guy. Navy kind of showed her ass for Notre Dame, but I can see Navy in Annapolis pulling this off for sure.
All right, now we're talking. I'm with you. Give it a midshipman.
Yeah.
C5, sink my battleship.
I got a whopper for you.
Oh yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Actual Bombenheimer. Enough of these yapping. Fucking get these goddamn little kickers off my leg.
Where are you taking us?
I'm taking you to South Bend, Indiana.
Oh,
And, I know you're a big Notre Dame fan. I know you breed Irish. You and your
the
Catholic.
old Golden Dome. All right.
Golden Domers up there and fucking touchdown Christ or whatever the hell it is over there. But this UVA team's been my squad all year. It's a whole complete culture change there. And they come to battle. They've had some battles now, Virginia Notre Dame. They've gone at it historically, as you know. This is a huge number for a game. I think that could come to be being competitive in the fourth quarter. 23.5 points I'm seeing right now, 24 points, depending where you shop. Money line, you got 13-1. You know, if I'm taking 24 points, I'm taking 13-1.
Woo!
This is a game, a Notre Dame look-ahead game. This is a game they love dropping. They always drop these at home too. They never drop these on the road.
You're right.
They love dropping these in South Bend. So all it takes is a little bit of vision and a team that's a complete, absolute character overhaul. I like this Virginia squad. I love what that coach is doing over there. Give me Virginia plus 24 and sprinkle a little bit on the 13-1 money line.
I like it. This one. I like it. You thought I was crazy. You thought, hey, Kobe, you're Irish. You're gonna back the Fighting Irish with their legend sports bar outside of there, and Joe Theismann, aka Joe Theismann. You know,
it's one of the worst things I've ever heard. Change his name for the fucking Heisman.
He didn't even win it.
No.
But he is a good friend of the show. So, Joe, don't worry. I'm sure he's not listening to this. I'm with you. I think you can cover this. I think you can cover this number. Give me the 24. Money line, I would love to see. Yeah, I mean, why not? Stanford beat him a couple years ago. Marshall.
Why not? Sometimes they sleepwalk these games and it's nip and tuck, right? And they'll lose these games.
Glenn Foley. Remember fucking Glenn Foley coming in there? Yeah.
Went to Cherry Hill East, Glenn Foley. So,
represent Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill, buddy.
I like that one. I got one for you. I'm going to take you to a place where Jack Daniels Del Rio just happened to run over a goddamn stop sign. A stop sign, a fence.
Yeah.
Just parked in someone's front yard. They're trying to.
What do you think about Jack, Georgia? Take that shit down to Athens. We'll hire you down there with that kind of a babe.
What I want to know is look, I know you spent a lot of time in the great state of Wisconsin. Me too.
Love it. Yeah, I love Wisconsin.
I feel like if there's a state that's ever going to be lenient on the DUI, it would be Wisconsin.
The first DUI, it's not even a crime. It's it's like a parking ticket. I mean,
no, it's like your first tattoo. You're showing it off at the bar.
Yeah,
You're like,
you break the cherry. Right.
Like, guess what, guys? I got a DUI. It's like, yeah, there we go.
It's not even a thing. Yeah. No need to resign there, Jack.
Yeah. The classic hungover overreaction. Mm-hmm. What did I do? No. What are you talking about? Everyone, I don't even know who would call the police on that. How many people show it? They probably thought he was just showing up to his house. Anyway, jump around. Look, I know Luke Fickell in Wisconsin. They've been shit really in his tenure in Madison, but
well, let's call a spade here. They've been absolute shit, but 13.5's a lot. This is at night, I take it, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got Dylan. Yeah, that's a lot, and that's always key with the Wisconsin game because you got to get those fans drunk so they can have their own Jack Del Rio DUIs. All right,
you get them oiled up, and they get oiled up.
Any chance you like a little? I have a future for Oregon to win the national championship, but they can afford a loss here.
I'm with you on that. Oregon can afford a loss, absolutely. Wisconsin is trending in the right direction. I know the Alabama game happens, but why can't they beat Oregon at night? I like it.
Plus 425, jump on it.
Some of that jump around on that money line, baby.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Madison, Wisconsin on a Saturday night. We need an SGPN jet because that's where we'd be. All right.
I would love to be at that game. That sounds great.
How come Del Rio didn't have a personal driver?
Like I said, it's not even a fucking fact. There's so many. There's some good games here. I'm just checking around some of these ones I have on there. Here's one. Can I interest you in this one? This one, since we're going big, let's stay big. How about those San Jose State Spartans as they get the Heisman hopeful and Boise State coming into town? That seems like a lot of fucking points. What are we looking at? 14 points there?
It's gone up too. Was at 12. Now it's at 14. And here's I see 14 and a half right now.
I love it. San Jose State actually plays the run kind of well. I mean, they're not going to shut down Gentry, but I'm not saying that. But I mean, they're going to play they're going to load up, and they've. I think I'm looking at some stats now. They rank 50th in EPA per rush on the season. So,
my problem is this: the line going up, and Boise had a dangerous game last week, so I feel like practice might have been a little bit hard this week. Yeah, they almost lost to Nevada.
No, for sure, right. I just think the way they match up, these guys can be a problem. I don't care what you shake off that thing. I mean, and I like Boise State, obviously, but San Jose State, they have flaws. I'll be the first to admit that.
and it starts with the crowd. This is definitely not a lit environment. Dick Vermeil will be the only guy there.
I'll say this with Boise State. I don't think those are games that Boise State's been sleeping on. I think Boise State's starting to fade a little bit. I mean, they're 2-2 against the spread the last, in the last 4 games, whatever. They needed 2 touchdown drives in the fourth quarter in a game they did not cover. Last week, you said they got that interception overturned. They helped from that.
That game was close last week.
Very close, I'm saying. Yeah. So I just think there's a lot of points to be at home for a team that could give them trouble.
I think you're flying solo. I think Boise might put it on them. I think you're flying solo here. I'm going to say buck 'em Broncos, but
I do think there'll be some points in that game. I lean over for sure.
But I will take you to Manhattan, Kansas, where I've thought this team's a little bit overrated all year. K-State hosting the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham's got them believing. Cam Scadaboo's now probable. He's been upgraded from questionable to probable.
Love Scadaboo.
I think 7.5. This was at 9. It's down to 7.5. I still think that's too much. I think this is a 1-score game or maybe even less. I do think I wouldn't be shocked if Arizona State won it outright.
Well, that's your team. You were on the field taking it in. Scadaboo, Scadaboosh.
You're damn right. Venezia's Pizza, the best damn slice of pie you can have all through Arizona. Get yourself out there, Bet Detective. You've been on. Don't worry. I know you didn't make the trip with us, but you were there. We were just milking that tab in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. I was with those boys, and they get after it. We were milking that tab. Good times, March Madness. Can't wait to see him again next year. But yeah, give me Arizona State here. I mean, if they're either going to win this game or lose this by double digits, that's where I feel with this game.
Yeah, I got. You know what? Can I take you to one that was interesting to me?
Mm-hmm.
And I've already bet this with the points. I haven't touched the money line yet, but I've actually got the worst of the number because I didn't know that old Thomas Castellanos was going to quit the team. The hell's going on? You get benched. I'm out of here. This fucking generation, I tell you, buddy. Look. We got the JFK Bowl going on. Yeah. Boston College heading to Dallas, Texas. Take on SMU. We saw the JFK Bowl a year ago in a bowl game at Fenway Park.
Right.
I love the JFK Bowl. And ask what you can do for your country. What was that quote again? Ask not what you can do for your country.
Yeah, something like don't do today what you can put off for tomorrow. Something like that. Either way.
I think there was a Rice, Texas analogy somewhere in there. But Bill O'Brien, he's down there. We still don't know where that second shooter is from. Maybe it was Gerald Ford Stadium for all we know. I think a little revenge is on the mind. They remember 63. All right. And they're catching 19.5 points against this Mustang squad that just what do they know about Boston College besides the bowl game last year? Any chance you're going to take a flyer?
What did they get? 19 in the second game?
19 and it was 17. It went up to 19.5 because Castellanos quit the team. Backup quarterback Grayson James, who did start all last year at Florida International. So it's not like they're going to old Bill at the bar. They got this guy's got some starts. Now he's not mobile, which isn't good because Castellanos
very mobile. Yeah,
yes.
very mobile. But that's fine. But Castellanos was the offense. It was just him making crazy plays. So maybe this will be more of a system, and I'll take the 19 here.
Can you? Why would someone leave to enter the portal now? You could still play a couple weeks. I don't understand it.
Well, money. That'll teach you right now. There's like here's the money. Don't get hurt. Come right now. That's exactly why.
I mean, I don't know what kind of offers. I mean, he played decent. He's not sitting there. He's not Broadway Joe over here. You don't seem excited about the points there in Boston College.
Absolutely. I'm with you on the points. I'm not going to get excited about it, and you're not going to find excitement out of me. But I will take the points with you. SMU's rolling right now too, and I think but I think SMU is also going to be upset that the way they were ranked outside the playoffs there too. They're going to.
That's true. That's true.
I don't want to get in front of SMU right now.
Who do you think killed JFK?
Billy Joel.
You think the mob? You think the old Italians were behind it?
Billy Joel. Yeah, that fucking rat bastard Joe Kennedy, of course.
You got to look into the history of the Hunts. It's a good one. It's a good rabbit hole to go down.
History of the Hunts?
Think these NFL owners, they've been squeaky clean. All right. They're never bad people. All right. It's my argument with Dan Snyder being great. You heard it in the studio for a couple years. The Hunt family was deep behind that.
The Hunt family goes deep. It's filthy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you got, Elsa? You got something yapping over there? Because there's more out there on the table that like. There's the Royal Rivalry. I like Old Dominion against JMU.
Okay, I like that.
Old Dominion played chippy this year. I mean, they almost beat South Carolina. Probably should have.
Yeah, as far as yappers go, right, there's that. I mean, we could also talk about Kansas. It's a very popular play, but I like Kansas as well too. I mean, this BYU fucking.
Oh, I love the Kansas angle.
Charm Brigade has got to fucking end,
dude. Last week,
Kansas, like we said, has been leading in every single game they've been playing, or at least in the fourth quarter, they've had a lead.
And they figured it out during the bye week. And you look last week, Iowa State came in with a top 15 defense. They put up 536 yards of offense against a top 15 defense. That's called getting it done right there. I'm actually terrified as a Colorado fan who plays them next week. That's why we need Kansas to win this one. So they come out a little flat, partying around old Lawrence.
You got to like Kansas. Now, even though the line's coming down, it's down to 3. It almost seems disrespectful to BYU, but I like it. This thing has to end. They have to lose. So Kansas seems like the right team because they're starting to get things together and turn them into actual wins. I see in the chat room USC. I was just going to bring up this game. When are we going to learn our lesson with USC? I don't understand this. So it's 7.5. It's coming down. I recommend getting on Nebraska. Now I'm on Nebraska. I think the money line is live. This is a middle of the day game at the Coliseum. This will be a Nebraska home game. There ain't no USC fans. They just benched Moss, right? The quarterback.
Yeah, he's in the portal. He's now in the portal. He quit the team after. Well, they benched him. Then he quit the team.
Yeah, they quit the team. They got the UNLV transfer out there. He tosses the ball around. They got your Nebraska just switched offensive coordinators.
I was about to say going to Roy Munson. Going to Roy Munson, old Dana Holgerson.
All right, bringing old Dana in there, baby.
He's now he's a riverboat gambler. This is why I do. You know what? I think you know what? You convinced me. I was originally thinking USC. It's easy to see a tide turn here. Let's go with these Cornhuskers plus 7.5. Sprinkle that 240. What do you see? 240, right?
Yeah, saying 240, and that's the answer, Virgil. There, the Deli Roll special, favorite one on the clipboard. I love Nebraska plus 7.5, plus 240 on the money line. They win this game outright.
I like it. What about the Granola Bowl going on up in Berkeley, California? They're fucking granola. You got the Syracuse, the hippie Woodstock people. You know, they're still upset about last week.
I know.
They got to go out to Berkeley, drop acid, Tightwad Hill. Cal's laying 9.5. Could the Orange Men be live out there in this weird ass game, this conference game?
It is a weird ass game out there. I can't get in the mindset of Cal. I don't know what there's going on with them. That's just for who they are, but just what's been going on with them all year. You know, I mean, they've lost heartbreaker after heartbreaker, then they come back and rally. They're tree hugging, or tree fucking. I don't know. But yeah, Cuse is definitely live in that game for sure.
Yeah, I think that's one that I'm interested in. I'm also interested in Biff Poggi and Charlotte.
Yeah. I know you like
hosting the South Florida squad that's 4-5. They just seem like they've just been a total disappointment on the year. They got to go into Jerry Richardson Stadium. Jay Rich, another outstanding NFL owner.
Trying to cancel him, billionaire.
Just a clean book.
Yeah,
that's the best one of all time. Honestly, I respect him because he sold the team in 24 hours. He just said, "What? They're coming for me.
I'm not here for this shit." Yeah.
One phone call. Well, you want to get sell? I want to sell the team. Well, wait. As your advisor, look, we should just maybe test the market, get it appraised, sell the fucking team, Bill. Yeah.
He got the escape pod. He fucking bundled up and spaceballed his way out of there, baby.
That's got to be the best. Like normally, when the NFL an NFL owner sells a team, it takes like 12 months. People are talking about it. There's articles written about it. He did this shit over the week. The fans didn't even know the team was for sale. They just woke up one morning and was like, "What? We got a new owner."
How about this one? I know I can talk you into this one. This is a team that actually plays some fucking hard-nosed football, a new Big Ten rivalry. How about those Rutgers Scarlet Knights of Shianos?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Board.
They're going to they're going to College Park.
Let me tell you, as someone that spent a lot of time at College Park, no one will be at this game. Absolutely, no one will be at this game. You could give away free tickets, and no one would be at this game.
Yeah, I love this. So I'm looking at 6.5 here. Is that the line?
Yes. Yeah. 6. I see a flat 6, but.
Yeah. 6. Either way, yeah, I love Rutgers. First of all, let's look at a common opponent here, and they both who just smacked the hell out of Maryland? Was that Minnesota that just crushed them? And they played.
Yeah, Oregon last week, but Minnesota the week before. Rutgers is just coming. Rutgers is playing for a bowl too. That's another one.
That's what I'm talking about here, and they just they come off and beat a win over Minnesota without they even have their running back. What's that guy's name? Monaghy or something?
Monangai.
Right? Yeah, he wasn't even playing with them, and they're still they still played them, but they play tough. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Give them with their defense, they're going to be in the game regardless. So give me the 6 points. Give me the plus 190.
I'm with you on this one. Let's swim with the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah.
The card is now. There's a traditional thing you do when normally a coach gets fired. You normally like to jump on the interim for a 1-game bump. I just don't know if that's possible with Kennesaw State because it seems like everyone's pissed that they fired the coach.
Yeah, usually the 1-game bump happens because you hated your old boss and you don't care how incompetent the new guy is. But this one, yeah, it's a reverse spite one. Like, why the hell they did it? Someone we liked, So I don't know. I don't forget about.
All right. I cashed last week on Troy Calhoun and Air Force. I knew those Fresno boys didn't want to go up there in the cold snow.
Mm-hmm.
Air Force is 2-7. They're hosting Oregon State. Now that was a big win last week. Am I greedy to think that they can do it 2 times in a row? But the Beavs are laying 3.5. Falcons aim high, miss small, plus 150.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I think it's a bit greedy just to back-to-back with Air Force. But
what about this? Game's always insane. But I mean, this is if there's one game on the slate that's like a true gamble, it's LSU Florida because this game's fucking insane. I feel like I've seen some of the craziest shit I've ever seen on a football field in these games. Remember that time the guy threw the cleat?
Yeah,
got the coach fired by losing that game, and then got Mullen fired for losing that. I think that was, and then you had the toss over the head, the kicker. Remember the placeholder just toss it over.
Absolutely.
He had that 4th and 1 50-yard bomb or something. I think Lagway is going to play this week, which means they could actually maybe move the ball. I could see maybe Florida beating LSU. LSU's not very good. LSU's still
not very good, but I think I'm on LSU here. There's a value. I think there's a little value here with them at only laying 4. I got them at 4. Kelly in a big game, he's absolute shit. Of course, he's going to shit the bed last week, and
of course, he's going to blame his defensive coordinator, who he hired just a couple months ago. Never him,
right? Absolutely not. But bad teams, mediocre teams, this is where LSU kind of thrives. That's why I think to get them this low of a point line, I'm on LSU here.
Folks, I want to tell you the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pick'em is one of the biggest menus for all sports: NFL, college football, college basketball, MMA, CFL, Grey Cup this weekend, NBA, NASCAR, NHL, all that good stuff. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries as well. So what are you doing? Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick. Plus, first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props. Look, you can build your own model, or you can copy one of the top-performing models from the leaderboard. And now you can track props in the Rhythm app as well. They got everything: NFL picks, NFL props, college football, college basketball, NBA. Rhythm's got it all, really. So get on over there, claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. Just want to ask you a couple more. You saw?
I'm answering that question, by the way, on the clipboard. Here's your clipboard right there. #1, Nebraska. #2, Virginia. My Virginia. I mean, this is getting greedy with Virginia too. They beat your Pitt Panthers on the road last week. Don't forget about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You called that, you sandbag instead of a gun.
Right, I called. I got to toot my own horn. I was on that one.
That's why when I was the guys were telling me in the studio, I was texting you about doing this show, and you were looking at property in Charlottesville, weren't you? Huh?
And don't forget Notre Dame has Army up next week, and that is a look ahead spot for them.
That is a good spot. I'm on. I look. That's one you sold me on. I'm on the Wahoos.
All right, just show them the clipboard. All right.
What do you think? What do you think about? Did you see the ending in the Jacksonville State game last week?
Yeah, that was insane.
Well, now they're at home hosting Florida International, better known as the Airport Pit Bulls team he's invested into. FIU. I feel like they're better than their record. You look at some of the losses. They played Indiana. They played this wagon known as Indiana.
I know.
They did lose to Monmouth, though, which that's not good. But they were right there with Liberty, right there with Sam Houston State, who's at the top of the conference. I think 13 is too much in Jacksonville, Alabama there.
Sure. I'll get along with that. I do think they are better than their record. I agree with you on that one.
They also had 2 weeks to prep for this.
Right. So, yeah.
Let's load up on that. The La Tech's taking on Western Kentucky. La Tech's getting 13. They got their heartbroken a week ago. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that's pretty much Baylor, West Virginia. I'm curious if you think Baylor. This is that game where West Virginia fans go, who the hell's Baylor?
Right.
They got this team from Waco, Texas, coming into Morgantown. Any chance you're riding? Baylor's a 1.5, 2-point favorite.
I mean, I've sworn off West Virginia games this year. They're a mess. No matter what side I'm on, they're just an absolute mess. I hate myself every time I'm on or West Virginia.
What about your boy Trent Dilfer and UAB Blazers? Your boy Trent Dilfer with your boy Jay.
Let's rally for Trent. I'm with it.
They got your boy Jalen Kitna. This guy.
He dabbles in the dark males, if you will.
It's 16.5 at that Liberty Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't seem convinced.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I got one. I got
All
one
right.
that I almost forgot, and I have already bet this.
All right, let's hear it.
North Carolina is North Carolina. No one's going to be at this game. Talk about wine and cheese crowd, and when you're not that good, and when you give up 70 to JMU at home,
Yeah.
people are just not going to be interested. Wake Forest and Dave Clawson, they're playing for a bowl game.
Yeah. I eyed this one up. I was gonna bow to you on this one since you got boots on the ground there. This is a lot. What are you getting? 11 or something like in this game?
11.5 plus 320 on the money line. And let me tell you,
Wake and Wake.
Yes.
Wake played what on a Tuesday or Thursday last week?
Yes. This one's underrated. And let me tell you this couple years ago, I finished first place DFS college football.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I rostered almost my entire team in this game because both defenses are trash.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, Carolina in Winston-Salem won 36-34. You're telling me these Deeks aren't live?
They're very live. Absolutely. Versus trash North Carolina team. What are we doing here? They should
take that 11.5, sprinkle that money line, let's go.
I'm writing that down on the clipboard.
On the clipboard.
One last game. I just wanted your opinion on it. I'm not even Tennessee, Georgia, which we didn't even mention. I think Tennessee won't even be able to score. I love Tennessee team total under.
Me too.
I don't like that game at all. But what's your opinion? And I just want an opinion on it. They're getting 9 on the road. Coastal Carolina. That's a squad I know you've always backed before.
I was just there. Now here's the problem.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
This is a huge game for the Sun Belt.
Right.
I mean, they need Georgia Southern to lose, but Georgia Southern could. I was just in Coastal. They did get some extra time. It was a Thursday game last week.
Yes.
But the fans did storm the field.
You can't. You got to fade them after field storm.
And you go into Huntington, West Virginia. It's like sneaky cold. A lot of people don't. You think you're in the Sun Belt.
No.
That's like one of the places where I feel like legit you could get some cold weather. And I just saw like Tim Beck, their head coach, like chugging beers and like, we thank you fans. We beat App State. And I'm just like, how much is he focusing on Marshall here?
Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. That's all I need here.
Did you already bet?
No, I'm not on it. No, that's what I was asking. I did not bet, but it caught my eye, if you will.
Okay. All right, folks. Battle of the Owls, Temple and Florida Atlantic going on at the link.
That's a revenge game.
I like Temple.
Yeah, it's a revenge game for my insider, Liam Bessiker, who hit the portal. The Florida Atlantic. So I'm going to have to abstain from that one.
All right, folks, that's our show. Make sure you give the Bet Detective a follow on Twitter at CJ_Sullivan_. Check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. It's fucking fantastic. It's got everything you need. It's got winners. It's got laughs. It crosses over sports. All right. They don't discriminate. Any sport.
All the sport come in and tell. Yeah, we're talking Tyson, Jake Paul. We don't care, baby.
Yeah, who you got in there? What should I be betting on there?
You should not be betting on that because that is a rigged game.
Someone's got to win. There's got to be a rigged angle then.
Don't do that. Yeah, I know. It could be a draw. I like the over 5.5 rounds. If they're really going at it and it's not rigged, it's going to end early. I think they carry each other. I would rather just play over 5.5 rounds. It's 2-minute rounds, 8 2-minute rounds. They're wearing 14-ounce gloves. I think they're going to have it's not going to be rigged, but as a lawyer, I'd say they're going to have an agreement. An agreement to carry each other dancing around. So I like over 5.5 rounds.
All right, there you go. For more on that, check out the Bottom Line Bombs, Bet Detective. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Check out the college basketball experience as well. Both those shows. I mean, obviously college basketball every single night of the season. We're working on. I'm talking to Bet Detective's agent about getting him on a basketball show.
Yes,
he's asking for. He's asking for cold drinks and ice. You know what I mean? He's got to have.
I got a rider. Yeah, I have a rider. Some requests.
Also, check out the college baseball experience and the FCS college football experience. Some fire games this weekend in the FCS. We're going to do a show on that tomorrow. Folks, till next time, this is the College Football Experience. Bombs Down Under episode. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Run and shoot. We can really run and shoot. And the whole team's looking and the whole world's looking with the cameras. Run and shoot. We can really run and shoot. And you know what you're getting, 'cause the books we written with the cameras. Everybody's trying.